Hey everyone, Mike here with Prehistoric Magazine. Welcome back to another video. Now, this is a topic that has continued to fascinate me for probably my whole life and definitely most of my adult life. But did theropod dinosaurs hunt in packs? Now, for the purpose of this video, we'll be talking about big theropod dinosaurs. I guess I'm a little bit biased. The bigger, the better. I've always loved the big animals, but that doesn't mean I don't have love for Utah raptor and animals like that. We'll get into those in another video, but for this video, did theropod dinosaurs, primarily big ones, hunt in packs? Now, link down in the description down below my publication, Prehistoric Magazine. I'm currently working on a full-length article for the mid-October issue. If you'd like to subscribe, love to have you do so down in the comment section down below, completely free. But nonetheless, to the topic of this video, what are your thoughts on this? And as always, I'll be looking to you to really chime in. Your thoughts are going to be most important to this video. But, you know, when we think to the modern world, there are definitely animals that hunt in packs. Wolves hunt in packs, hyenas hunt in packs, lions hunt in packs at times. And, you know, again, the modern world is really all we can look at as far as the prehistoric past. It's extremely frustrating. You know, at least for someone like myself, I'm not out in the field digging about, looking up dinosaur bones, but even if I was, the fossils could only tell us so much. Now, there does appear to be some evidence that tyrannosaurs hunted in packs. And in 2006, there was evidence for the large predatory dinosaur from Argentina, Mapusaurus, that it may have hunted in packs as well. In that this time back in 2006, it was discovered that multiple individuals were buried and died together, juveniles and adults. Now, that could be a multitude of reasons. You know, some people, the skeptics of the ones that don't think that dinosaurs hunted in packs, these theropods, may believe that, who knows, maybe an instant flood killed these mapusaurs and they were all buried together. Other theories revolve around maybe there was some type of mob, like they mobbed prey and everyone ganged up on it and they all just kind of gathered around to feed and they were killed at once. So who knows? Now, in my heart, in my head, I probably like to think these animals were working in coordinated efforts. You know, kind of how I've always visualized the past with tyrannosaurs, with mapusaurs would be, now depending on what they're hunting. Now, I don't necessarily know if a full-grown mapusaur could take down a full-grown Argentinosaurus. That would be spectacular. You know, if we ever found some direct evidence. I don't even know if it's possible we could find direct evidence. Again, fossils and stagnant bones only can tell us so much about, you know, the ancient past and only piece together so much of the puzzle. But I don't necessarily know if a full-grown mapusaur or even a pack of them could take down a full-grown Argentinosaur. So let's just assume that, you know, something like an animal like a mapusaur was going after sauropods, maybe the size of an elephant. That'd be 6 or 7 tons. That would be an animal roughly the size of the adult mapusaur. So right off the bat, the weights are kind of equal. Equal mapusaur weight and equal sauropod weight, if, you know, my little scenario is indeed correct. But I like to envision that the speedier and the faster juveniles would have been the ones coordinating and separating something from a pack. You know, picture a pack of sauropods moving and a pack of theropods emerges from the brush somewhere. And, you know, most of the pack is going to get away. It's almost like wildebeest crossing a river full of crocodiles. You know, it's safety in numbers. All of the wildebeest are going to survive except for one. One is going to meet its untimely death. So I believe the same was true for sauropods. If they congregated in herds, there was safety in numbers. As long as they were together, they were strong, they were huge, nothing could touch them. But if an animal did pick something off, if there was a weak individual, if there was a subadult, something that wasn't fully grown, and it maybe showed some signs of weakness, or these predators were, you know, angry enough and determined enough, you know, to try and take down something like that, then maybe that prey could have fallen prey. So I like to envision the young, the juveniles not burdened by weight. Even young tyrannosaurs were supposedly extremely speedy animals. Just Google or YouTube, you know, juvenile tyrannosaurs. You'll see their long legs. That must have been used for something. Now, there's also the theory that, you know, something like a juvenile T-Rex may have been its own predator in the ecosystem. T-Rex was a massive animal, and these juveniles were their own predator, occupying their own niche. So who knows? Maybe they did both. Again, extremely frustrating, at least for myself, because we just don't know. That's why I'm hoping you'll stick to the end of the video, and most importantly, leave your comments and your thoughts down below. I greatly appreciate that. But just in closing, I picture the juveniles as the faster ones. They're not burdened by the weight, and they're the ones that are going to speed out and potentially cordon something off and section something off. And then the big lumbering adults are going to come in to deliver the devastating, fatal blow. That's kind of how I see it. I'm curious to see what you all think. That's kind of always how I've envisioned even Tyrannosaurus hunting. I've envisioned the juveniles working with the adults. And again, who's to say that, sometimes they worked together and sometimes they didn't. Juvenile Tyrannosaurs may have gone off and done their own thing, been a completely different predator, because a juvenile Tyrannosaur is a completely different animal built structurally than the massive adults. Completely different, probably occupying a completely different food source. So who's to say that sometimes they didn't work together and sometimes they did work together? There may have been a little bit of everything. Nature and life doesn't always necessarily fit into the simple box that we want. Again, maybe these theropods were working together at times, and maybe they were doing their own thing at times. Who knows? Maybe environmental conditions would have played out. Think about a drought. Before I leave you at the end of this video, think about a drought. What if there's a drought going on and it puts extreme pressure on a small family of mapusaurs? There's a drought going on and extreme pressure. They may do everything in their power to try and take down a sauropod. If you need meat and you need to eat meat, you're going to do everything in your power. So maybe working together was doing everything in their power. So who knows? Maybe environmental conditions may have forced them, if conditions were harsh enough, may have forced them to work together. Maybe in fruitful and lush times, they all separated and did their own thing. Juveniles hunted their own smaller prey, and the bigger mapusaurs hunted larger prey. So just some theories on my part. I guess if I had to choose, I'd like to think that at times these big theropod dinosaurs may have worked together, utilizing the speedier youngsters and the big lumbering adults taking up the rear. So love to hear your thoughts. Comment section down below. Appreciate all the support. See you in the next video. Take care.